I recently lost.
Oh,
Okay, go. It's my Valentine's Day drop, which I had already designed before we left to Mexico, with the plans to release. It tastes like a candy. I don't know. Fire. 10 out of 10. Salud, you did your thing.
what is up? Welcome back to another TCR podcast, episode 119, all the way from Tampa, Florida. We are back. Wait, we were here last week, so we're back here this week. How you doing over there, babe?
What's up, you guys? Welcome back. Como dice Mando, I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Out here in Florida, we have a little bit of a crazy weather situation. It's been raining like crazy, cold as hell, which, by the way, I know it ain't nothing compared to like Houston. And I heard that it's even snowing in the Pensacola, which is here in Florida too. I don't know how true that is. I didn't look into it, but more of the story, I know the weather has been a little crazy in most parts of the United States. So I hope you guys are keeping warm and
I love
driving
that
safe.
You started with the weather because in my sheet, that was the first thing I was going to talk about.
For real?
Shout outs to Lily Bay for kicking it off correctly.
Dang, a ver, platícame, babe.
We got a lot of inches of snow in Houston, a lot of inches of snow all over the northern side of the United States.
Yeah.
So shout outs to you guys driving in this crazy weather. Hold it down. Thanks for listening this morning to episode 119 of the podcast.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, like Mando said, we saw that it was snowing in Houston. Literally have friends of mine posting snowmen that they're already building, like snow angels that they're doing like a lot.
It looks crazy. It looks like Colorado.
Yeah.
Literally.
But that's
Houston.
my question is, does it normally snow in Houston or no?
I think every like 10 years or something like that. I think the last time it snowed was like 6 years ago and all the pipes froze and se hizo un pinche desmadre.
Was that
over
6
there.
years ago?
Yeah, something like that, right?
I don't remember. I remember that happening,
yeah.
But damn, it's because every time we go, hace un pinche calor.
Mm-hmm.
So me imagining it snow there is almost me trying to imagine it snow here.
Right, it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't
right?
make sense to me at all. I feel like the people are not used to driving in that. So how do people get to work? Even like school buses, Ubers, like what happens? Does the city just stop or do y'all like try to figure it out, you know?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy because they're not used to snow, even though it snows every 5 or whatever years. Imagine having to stop school work just because of snow for a couple of days. I think that's badass, though.
I think it is too.
I kind of low key I'm hating right now because I wish we had that
For
at
a
least
day.
once a year.
One day.
Yeah, at least once or twice a year. I think that would be badass. But shout outs to all the people from the H.
Maybe a weekend. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Imagine just going out and seeing snow.
I mean,
here.
because I love how snow looks. It looks beautiful in pictures.
De ratitos, no?
When we go to Tahoe, Tennessee, the mountain. I mean, we don't have mountains here, but when everything gets like snowed and the trees have snow, all the ground is white. It looks beautiful. I love it. I do crave that at least once a year. Go for a few days. Pero nada más unos 2-3 días. After that, you
come back home, pack your bags, and come back to Florida.
I need to make me a carnita asada outside, honey. Because like right now, it's been cold. Basically, since we got back from Mexico.
It's been 2 weeks, just cold. Chilly, we would say, not cold.
Yeah. Because there was a day or two where we didn't even wear like sweaters and
this
stuff.
This weekend, yeah.
But other than that, it's been pretty good.
Yeah.
But right now,
this weather completely sucks. I really hate it. It's rainy and it's cold. You just want to stay in bed and just watch a movie and just relax.
Yeah.
That's what you want to do with this kind of weather.
Yeah.
You know?
Which I find it weird because I feel like it's never been raining in January.
Yeah, right?
I feel like it's always just cold as hell on a random week,
That's
but
true.
never like rain and cold.
Yeah.
So I think the world is sad. I think Florida's sad.
Yeah, for sure. Which is kind of affecting which they weren't going to happen, but like your plans this weekend, there was a big festival going on in Tampa, whatever, right? But with this weather, it's like, come on now. What are you gonna do out there?
For me, it's affecting it more, honestly, because as some of you guys may know, we are gonna speak about it. But I recently lost.
It's,
Go.
all right. It's hard to say. It's hard to even bring it up because it's so fresh. We lost our first son, second son, let's say, Chapo. He battled hard. He tried to stay with us, and we know it. And someone even told us, "Stop crying. You're gonna make me cry." I low key feel like he just waited for us to get back because honestly, we're gonna dive right into it. My plan was not to get into it right away, but let's do it.
Okay, I'm good.
And I'm gonna talk about it right quick. We send out some blood tests and all that to get results to see what's going on with them. And I feel like it was just something that we could not control.
That's what the vet said.
But someone in the comments said, he literally waited for y'all to get back from Mexico. And kid you not, I think that's what happened because he was super strong when we got here. We tried everything. And then, you know. But let's introduce who he was, just for the people that have no idea.
Yeah, I always feel like you guys know everything about my life, especially our life, especially because we do post a lot, TikTok, Instagram, reels, shorts, everything, right?
A lot.
So now I even have lemonade, what is it?
Red Note,
and all of that because of TikTok getting deleted, which we'll get into that in a minute. But I forget that every once in a while we have new subscribers, and maybe you guys might not know, but yeah. A few Christmases ago, Mando surprised me with mini cows, right? One mini cow, which was Chalino. And it's something that I had been wanting and manifesting for like the year, maybe 2 years
prior. About 2 years prior, yeah.
And so Mando surprised me with it, pero lo hice it's called Plan con Maña.
Yeah.
I was like, if I get him to buy me one cow, he's gonna have to buy me 2 cows because
there was no way in hell I was gonna purchase 2 cows.
But you didn't know that,
right? I didn't know that.
He had purchased one, and he didn't know.
You guys, she never said we need 2. Like I was like, okay, 1. Normally, when you get a dog, you get 1 dog. When you get a parrot, you get a fish. It's just 1.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Or even a horse. I heard you don't have to have a bunch. One would be good, but cows, they get in little bulls. They get sad when it's just one by themselves.
Like a herd.
Yeah.
They come in herds.
At least you need to get them at least one more so they can be happy. So whenever Mando surprised me with Chalino, I was like, well, guess what? We have to get a second one because they're going to be lonely. So we got Chapo as well. Literally the same day. We picked both of them up the same day. And Chapo was our mini cow, bull. I always say cow just because the
it's
hashtag
relevant,
everyone uses is hashtag mini cow. But cow, fun fact, is only girl cows, female cows that have had a baby. Because when they're still calves, they're not called cows. They're heifers, my bad.
Which that's where the term becomes you heifer.
Yeah, that part. So they're mini bulls, and what was I going? So yeah, they were
We're introducing,
So yeah, Chapo and Chalino are my mini bulls. And unfortunately over the past weekend he passed away, and I've been a little bit off of social media.
Yeah.
I stayed home. I was pretty good, I feel. I mean, I was super sad the first day, and I'm the type que no me mires. Like, I walk away, I'll stay in a dark room. Mando comes in, I'll cover my face. Like, what do you want? Hurry up and get out. Like, I like being alone.
Yeah,
right?
she literally plays the tough one, right? She plays that. Not she likes to show that. She doesn't like to show emotion. Mostly when it comes to like, wait, is it sad emotion or any kind of emotion? Do you like to show it or not? Like when you're super, super excited, this is just a
Maybe with the
random question.
kids, you know?
You don't care to show super excitement.
I don't show too much emotion.
Sorrow, you don't like to show.
I don't like to show.
Okay.
So the first few days I just stayed home. I mean, it was over the weekend, so we were already home anyways, but we didn't do anything. I didn't answer nobody's calls. I didn't even tell my family the same day. Like, I couldn't even text it. I had to wait till the next day to let them know, and only because they knew that Chapo was down. So they would ask me every day, like, how's he doing? They all wanted updates on the family chat. So anyways,
A lot of the things that went behind the scenes with you, I didn't know until after.
like what?
Like, I had no idea you were looking out the window. Both times, or the 3 times. The first time that they took him over to a local farm, to hopefully, attend them and get him into rehab.
Yeah, so basically, before you get into that, as soon as we saw, like the first day that he was down, because I called multiple vets around the area, they were like, oh, it's probably because of the weather, because again, it's been cold lately, right? So they're like, it's probably because of the weather. Sometimes they just get lazy and they don't want to get up, whatever. But as long as you see him get up for water. So I asked my cousins, the ones that were here, I'm like, is he getting enough for water? And they're like, yeah, he's got enough for water. So I was like, okay, then it might be the cold. But I was still a little like sus about that, because I was like, it's not that cold yet. Last year they were here at this time and same cold, they didn't do that. So I continued calling more people just to see. And one of them was, okay, by day 2, 3, he doesn't get up. Even like, you're supposed to try to make him every single day.
Yeah,
but if you
force him.
see by day 2, 3, he's not getting up, like, you need to get somebody out there. So yeah, right away, as soon as they said that, I was like, no, I'm going to get somebody out here right now. Like, I'm not going to wait. And that's when our good friends from Rancho Trueno.
Their vets came.
Yeah. They came and they attended to them and helped move him and showed us how to do it. And they're the ones that suggested the blood work. They gave him some antibiotics, some IVs, some mineral
shot of
shots. They
minerals,
gave him a bunch. And again, even though I already had them here, I was still also
Which
in
I
contact
did not know.
with other vets.
I was like, I got this. Everything's figured out.
Nah, I was over here making phone calls.
Yeah.
And the vets were like, no, it sounds like you guys are doing a good job. Like, everything they're doing is correct. So I was like, okay. I was just trying to get different opinions and see what people were saying.
Which is important at any stage. It's animal or humans, it's always important.
So that was day like 2. By the way, they had already came before we landed. So basically, he went down the day before we were supposed to get here. So if it happened Friday, we were supposed to get here Saturday, the next morning at 11 o'clock in the morning. But that's when our flights got canceled, if you guys saw, and we ended up getting here Sunday morning. And they had already came that Friday, that Saturday, and they came Sunday while we were here with them. And by Monday night, Tuesday?
Yeah.
Monday night, they finally came and picked them up to take him to do the blood work and all of that stuff. So, yeah, that's what happened. As of right now, we don't know exactly 100% what happened. Multiple vets said sometimes you're just never going to know, unfortunately. One of the vets said that it sounded like that he already had something desde que estaba chiquito, because I was like, she asked me if I had other cows, and I said, yeah. And she was like, okay, is the other one showing any signs? And I was like, no. Do they eat the same thing? Yes. Has the other cow been sick? No. Has this cow been sick? Yes. And then just by answering a few questions, she was like, okay, sounds like he probably had something
underlying condition
since he was little, and it's just something that sometimes we just don't catch or we don't see, especially if he acts normal. But then, and somebody in the comments also said it, that once they go down, like she said, like, well, somebody in the comments said that once their cow went down, that was it. Like it duró 4 días and
crazy.
Passed away. So it was very quick. And that's exactly what happened, because not only do we have multiple people helping us with them while we're gone, which is the same people that always help. I think a lot of people think that it's the first time we left. No, we've left multiple times. They already know literally everyone that comes in and out. Oh yeah, but every day they'll send us videos, or they send Mando a video or pictures of how they're doing, like them running around. They even post them on their stories. We would sometimes repost. Like, we're very much aware of what's going on, how they're looking, how they're doing.
It's not
the
their
whole
first
time.
rodeo. It's not the first time they're here.
Definitely not. Especially the vets, they always come by, and they even came by one of the times that we weren't here, because they come by to do different things all the time with them. But anyways, so yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, and I have a question for you, because I have an answer. I want to see what your perspective is. What is one thing? This is gonna be a hard question though, right? What is one thing Chapo, your mini bull, mini cow, taught you?
Like after passing or before?
Let's say after. I could answer first if you want.
Go ahead.
I feel like it's one of our first like together things that we go through. And I feel like it's important to cherish those small moments, those little moments. And at the end of the day, just slow the fuck down. Stop worrying about what's next. And enjoy the freaking moment right now, because life is short for us or even for the person or animal right in front of you. You just never know.
Yeah, and we say that all the time.
We say it all the freaking time, but it's hard to practice it.
And we hear people saying it all the time. People go through not only losing their pets, but losing a family member. You know, we see it on stories. We see people go through it, and you hear it all the time. And I feel like we're very conscious of that, and we do really try the most that we can. Like, you know that we're very like family oriented. We go to all the family events. We always host something. We're always together as a family. We go on trips together. You know what I'm saying?
Family first.
Yeah, always.
All the time.
But
there's always more.
Yeah, there's always like so much more you could do. Like, yeah, maybe I'm at these events, but maybe I'm on my damn phone, right?
Sometimes you're not present.
Or yeah, exactly. Or I want to go home already because I'm tired, or you know.
Yeah.
But let me see what he taught me was like cherish those moments, not only obviously with your pets, but with your loved ones, with your grandma, with your elders, you know. Try to be more there for them. And
yeah, because this weekend I got invited to go fishing. There was no fucking reason for me to want to go fishing at 10 o'clock at night. But these
with
kids,
my nephews, by the way,
these kids were so excited for me to go. And I'm the type be like, nah, I'm chilling. And
especially at night.
Heck no. But then I did that switch. I'm like, these kids might remember this for a while that I went and that we were all there bonding, even though it was a shit show. It was cold as hell. We didn't catch nothing. It made no sense to go. But I sat in the truck with your brother at one point because it was cold. He was like, man, I didn't want to come either, but it was just to get this kid off of me, nagging and asking. And I was like, well, we're finally here. Now go fishing.
You know what perfectly aligns with this happening right now?
In a good way?
In a good way, kind of, because it makes you realize, and I'm sure it made a lot of people realize what you should cherish and stuff, that Bad Bunny new song.
Yes. For us, yes. Like when I saw that and when I saw Chapo sick, I'm like, even though, just so you guys know, sorry. All right, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
So that song came out while we were still in Mexico, and seeing everyone's post, because I have like family members who have lost somebody, or maybe I wasn't close to them, but I knew of them. So I started seeing all these people, and even strangers, using that song. And I'm just there boohoo crying or like tears at night when I'm scrolling. For randoms, you know? And then I hear about Chapo being sick, and I'm like, fuck. Like, why does this have to happen right now, you know? So that song is a good representation of what this whole situation taught me, just to be more present, take more pictures, live in the moment. And I even told you when we came back.
We're in the elevator. No, we're in the elevator in Mexico. You were like?
I was like, babe, I am never going to bitch at my mom again, because my mom is that señora that is always taking pictures, always on her phone.
Yes.
And that's part of the reason why I low-key hate taking pictures. You guys don't know this, but people in my circle know I hate it, right? Because it was so much. And then I'm like, you know what?
Fuck it. Why
we're
not?
gonna look back. We're gonna want to go through these pictures one day.
Can you imagine how many pictures she has that you have not seen? And
my
one
God.
day you're gonna see.
Hopefully I see.
Hopefully they don't get lost, because she had a digital camera when I first met her, and those digital old school cameras that I don't know how old it was, but she would randomly be at the fair, at parties, checking these pictures.
Yeah.
And the memory lasted forever.
Yeah. If we
You know?
go to the fair for 2 hours, easily my mom takes 100 or 200 pictures. Easy.
But
Easy.
yeah, that's definitely
Videos, everything. Yeah.
That's definitely a good learning. Even though, just for the record, Chapo was not the best at taking pictures. He would be running around. He'll be hiding. And that's why people would ask, where's Chapo? But no, Chapo could not stay still.
Well, people on my live would see. Like, I would open the window and only Chalino would come. Or sometimes Chapo would come, but then he'll get bored. Chalino could sit there all day looking at me. But Chapo will be there for like 20, 30 minutes. And then he'll be like, all right, I'm out. All right. One time, you know how he scared you whenever he like went over the neighbor's yard? One time he scared me. I could not find him. And I was like, Chapo, walking around, going outside, going in the front yard, going on the side, like around the property. And I'm like, what the hell? I could not find him. I went to the back of their casita, couldn't find it. You know how there's like an area in the back.
Where was he?
He was behind the container. What? Like in that little area
was
right
he stuck
there.
Or he
no,
chilling?
He wasn't stuck. He was just eating there. And I was like, Pinche Chapo, I've been looking for you. Like, I swear for a good 10, 15 minutes. And I even took out the food and I was like making the little noise because when he hears the food, he'll run like crazy, you know? Nada. Andaba ya tragando el señor.
But yeah, I just want to say, I don't know if we said it already, but just in case, say thank you to everyone that has been showing love. Mm-hmm. Sorry. I mean, super duper sorry for making some of you guys cry, some of you guys emotional.
I still cry when I see those videos.
And we were super just honest with everything and let you guys know every part of the step because you guys were asking. Even if I think one day we went I didn't post for 6 hours or maybe more. And I received a lot of messages like, can you update us? What's going on? What's going on? You guys were as worried as us and as preoccupied. Preocupados.
Preocupados is not preoccupied.
Preocupados about the whole situation. And I just want to say thank you for all the love, all the support that Chapo got from you guys. And now Chalino is getting, because now I'm getting all the messages of people worrying about Chalino.
Yeah.
Luckily, give us an update on Chalino.
Chalino is currently still at that farm that, by the way, took both of them whenever they took Chapo to get the blood work. They ended up taking Chalino too because, like I said earlier, cows need to stick together or they could get depressed. So after Chapo passed, we decided to let him stay there for a little bit more because, one, he has a bunch of friends out there. There's a bunch of horses, a bunch of cows, mini donkeys, goats, everything that you could think of, it's out there. And Chalino and Chapo have been to this farm before. It's the same one that picked them up during the hurricane. So they are familiar with the area and with some of the animals. But the plan is to find him new friends, which shout out to the people helping me. The plan is to find him new friends. And I say friends plural because...
Not singular.
Not singular. I'm not going to just buy him one friend because... as I was taught with what happened with Chapo, things like this do happen very often. I have a lot of new friends that are either grew up in dairy farms or grew up with their parents having a bunch of cattle or have a lot of animals of their own ever since I opened up their pages for the mini carnales. And I had a lot of these people message me and just make me feel a little bit better about the whole situation. And so what I took from that was like, okay, whenever I buy him friends, I'm not going to buy him just one because I felt horrible. Obviously that Chapo passed away, but also seeing Chalino by himself and knowing that they get sad and depressed, I'm like, oh my God, what do I do? So that's the plan. What do you think about it? I am going to say something though. I haven't said it to you, but I'll say it right now.
Wait.
Noticed.
Should I pause the camera?
No, it's not bad.
Okay.
It's a good thing. So I was always like, the cows were like, whenever I was hanging out with them, they were like my babies, like, you know? And to Mondo, it was just like a bro. Like, what's up, bro? What you doing? Like, you play around with them every day. You still go out there every day. Obviously, you feed them and everything. but the connection you had with them was more of like they were your homies, not that they were like
kids.
For me it was like my babies, my kids. I love them, right? But I feel like after that happened, now you see Chalino in a new light. Like now you see him like, oh shit, this is my kid. Like I gotta go above and beyond to help him, because I brought up a few new ideas to do in our yard, and Mando's been like 1,000 and 1,000,000% down now. Before he would be like, nah, they don't need it. Nah, así está bien. You know, but now you're like, all right, let's do it. What do you want? What else do you want?
Yeah, I mean, two things to this, and I'll be 1,000% honest. Yes, to the first one that you said, for sure. I feel like whatever she's saying that made sense. I don't support like the things that don't make sense, but a lot of things that Lily says, she never says things that don't make sense, right? You're right. I do see him different. I do see him. I'm like, yo, I got to take care of my homie right here. And now my son. And then part number 2 is that there's better energy when you're positive, and even though you don't know how you're going to make it happen, just you'll figure it out. So that's what I'm trying to get at, you know? I don't know if that made any sense.
No, yeah.
Yeah, so why be negative? Why be like, nah, we don't need that? And get you in a negative vibe versus, yeah, let's do it. If it makes sense, let's do it, and we'll fucking figure it out. But yeah, camera 1 just died. We're gonna go on a quick break, and we'll be right back, you guys. What is up, you guys? Welcome back. We got a little change of cameras that I'm testing out. Hopefully you guys didn't notice the difference. Hopefully you guys,
it puts a filter on me today.
Hopefully it looks amazing, but we'll find out on post. We got another little quick segment.
I did tell Mando today that I didn't feel right. I don't know. I was like, babe, I don't know what to do to my hair. I just feel like I just don't look right. But I'm like, I'm still going to record.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, because I almost forgot. And this is something we spoke about today, but it's very important. I was like, I've been saying this for the past, 4 or 5 days, that 2025 started with a funk, and it just doesn't feel right. Something's wrong, right? But you said it right away. Go ahead.
Yeah, and it's just not us. It's
a lot.
People in our like circle. Everyone has their own reasons, different reasons. And the people in our circle are very, very, very positive people.
They work out. Business.
They're not all workout and not all business, but they're all very positive. And today when I got to the warehouse, I was speaking to the girls, and they were in that same funk, and I was like, you know what? We need to snap the fuck out of it already, because we're already going into February. I understand there was a lot going on. Not only with us, like I said, everyone has something going on, but let's try our best to, whatever we have in front of us, work with what we have and keep pushing.
Yeah, because it's important, because if you keep saying funk, I feel like you just dig yourself in more and more, and you give it a reason to feel that way. Versus like, at that point, I was like, all right, well, let's snap out. Let's move out of this, and let's see what else is next.
And it could be also the weather for everyone is a little crazier this time of year. For us, it's been raining. That all gives people like seasonal depression is a thing because of that. So it could be a mixture of a lot of different things put together, but I told Mando I'm going to snap out of it already. Like, aside from like the Chapo situation, even before that, I already felt like a funk. Ever since the whole, the fires and stuff going on, I was like, what is 2025? Like, what's happening right now? So
we decided today was the day we snap out of it. However we did it, or however we're going to do it tomorrow, and starting tomorrow, we're going to snap out, and let's turn the page of this freaking funk of 2025 that started, and let's move on. So hopefully you guys feel better and weren't in that funk. But if you were in that funk,
let's start all over again tomorrow. Pretend tomorrow's January 1st.
Let's do it.
Don't wait till February, just tomorrow. Levántense temprano, bañense, look cute. Because if you dress good, then you feel good.
Yeah.
And if it's freaking freezing outside, go get yourself a little Starbucks to make your life
why not?
feel a little better. Actually, Starbucks on us. How about that?
Okay.
We'll give how many people? 10 people? Damn, we both said 10 people down below. Some Starbucks. So go ahead and drop your Cash App.
Cash App, yes.
Down below. And
I love that.
We'll pick 10 people tomorrow. Starbucks
buy you
on
a
us.
coffee. Así de fácil.
Yeah. So
be quick.
Yeah.
So if you made it to part 2, you're definitely going to get a Starbucks because not a lot of people make it to part 2.
Yeah.
So yeah, drop your Cash App down below and we're going to randomly just
También a ti te voy a llevar a Starbucks,
Let's
babe.
go. For sure. And the girls también. We're going to surprise them. So you guys don't
Wait, Blind Tiger?
Babe, you said Starbucks. Why you always going to go above and beyond? Blind Tiger opens like at 10
Well, I said
a.m.
Starbucks because my friends here, they all have Starbucks.
Or Dutch
Actually,
Bros.
they're going to get Cash App.
yeah. You
get
can do
it on
whatever you
whatever
want.
coffee you...
Yeah.
But yeah. We
right.
got to take that tomorrow too.
Okay. Where? To the warehouse? Okay. Why you say it on the podcast?
It's freaking cold in that warehouse.
All right. A lot of people send me messages and I forget to bring it up on the podcast. They're like, you should talk about this on the podcast. You should talk about this. Finally, I decided to screenshot 2 things.
Okay.
And I listened to you guys. This one was funny. It says, there's a vegan neighbor clash with a Mexican family over their carne asada. They left a note on their door saying the following. You ready?
I read.
Hello, we are your neighbors in the apartment right above you. We absolutely understand our cultural differences and your significance of the carne asada to the Mexican people such as yourself. But you need to be considerate of our culture as well. So pretty much they're complaining to their neighbor upstairs that their whole house smells like carne asada while they are vegan. Time out. I used to live in the small efficiency back in the day, and it was a room attached to a house. And kid you not, the lady that would cook dinner, I'll get home like at 7 p.m. and her exhaust would literally go into my room in my efficiency and it would smell like arroz con gandules. It smelled amazing. But I understand this vegan couple. I know where they're coming from and I smell it. I smell their carne asada.
There's nothing you could do about that.
There's nothing you could do.
What?
But complain.
No. If people are that, like, I feel like when you live in an apartment complex or like you in efficiency,
this part of it.
It's
right?
part of it. You have to know that you're sharing a space, and you could only do so much, right? But you're not gonna make someone completely stop cooking
Their carne asada.
because it smells in your house. I feel no, unless they were literally like boiling, like in front of your door.
Yeah.
You know, but other than that, si no te gustan, like go look for somewhere else and hope and pray that your neighbors don't cook at all, you know?
You can't really complain because that's just part of it.
For something like that, no. But for other little things, like let's say...
smoking? What if they're allowed to smoke in the apartment?
Yeah.
I guess not, right?
Yeah, I mean... Yeah, for smoking in the apartment, a lot of apartments, I'm sure, don't allow that, you know?
Making loud music at 3 a.m. Making loud sounds
There's
at 3 a.m.
certain things that you can complain about, but then there's certain things that... Aguántate, chiquillo, you know?
All right, next one. Someone sent me this one too, right? I don't know if I should even read this one, but fuck it, we're already here. Una iglesia vende terrenos en el cielo desde $100 por metro cuadrado.
This is fake.
This is real as it gets. El líder de la iglesia, el profeta Andrés, I'm not going to say his full name, is selling terrenos for $100 por metro cuadrado en el cielo. But it gets better, right? It gets better because I read the comments, and the comments, that's where it goes down, man. The comments is the best part. ¿Tienen fotos del terreno? Someone asked. The next one is, ya hice la transferencia. Ahora solo me falta morir para ver si es estafa o no. ¿A partir de cuándo podré ir a ver este terreno? And last one is, ni el diablo se atrevió a tanto.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, right?
The way that anyone can randomly open up churches nowadays, I believe that there's people that would try anything to get a buck. So it's, I guess, nowadays it's
I
believable.
mean, people just scamming out there. So you got to be careful, because I even got a text 2 days ago that my toll wasn't paid, but like it looks so real. I was like, I'll take care of it later, right? And then like a couple minutes later, someone posted on the IG saying that don't fall for this scam. So imagine how many people actually went on the website, paid for it. There's just so many scammers out there. So you got to be really careful.
I don't believe nothing.
She doesn't.
I don't believe
She does not believe anything.
I don't click nothing. I mean, nothing.
It's really hard to scam Lily Bay.
No.
And it's kind of hard to scam me, because I'm like, I'll take care of it later. And then the scammers end up giving up. You know?
You never get to it.
I never get to it, but
I'm dead. Yeah.
But moving on, one of our last subjects of the day is something that is all over. I'm pretty damn sure you guys know about this. You had to be living under a rock to not know about this. The Tik Tok ban.
Oh my God.
And how that all went down this weekend, even though we're going through like crazy shit this weekend, but we did see it, and it's just a crazy thing. I want to get your opinion on
I mean, it was rumored already for months prior, and I would have people asking me, Lily Bae, do you believe it's going to happen? Do you don't? Like, what do you think? And I mean, I answered you guys in the live multiple times, but I was like, I don't believe it. But if it does, like, I don't like revolve my world around an app.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I really didn't care if it did or didn't. And I didn't think it was going to happen. It did happen. But when it happened, I was like, oh, okay, let me get on Instagram. It wasn't like a big deal to me at all. Or if Instagram were to go, I'd be like, oh, okay, let me just... What else is out there? There's so many like forms of entertainment out there that, as much as I do like TikTok and the comments are hilarious and they make me cry, they make me laugh. I have noticed myself having a shorter attention span, right? Because I love movies and shows, and lately it takes me so long to finish one movie, to the point where I get mad at myself. Like, really? This, I mean, we see it in the kids when they're like iPad kids or always on TikTok or whatever, how those type of kids we kind of frown upon, like, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, but I'm doing the same thing over here.
Yeah.
So I caught myself doing that. I hope you guys catch yourself doing that and try to break that cycle, because it's not a good thing. Like, you... One, are not present because you're on your phone so much. Two, your attention span is like this. Even when somebody's trying to tell me a story, if they don't get to it like, fast, I'm like,
100% with me.
Like, come on, we got like other things to do here, you know? Or I'll catch myself being at a family event, and then I'm like, okay, I want to go home. I'm tired. But then what do? I get home and I scroll there for hours. So was I tired? No. It was just like...
It's like a drug, an addiction,
it's addicting.
You know?
So... I want to say a few months behind, I caught myself with that, and I try to fix it. So I do hacks now. Like, instead of just trying to watch a movie, because I would still find myself, like, if I used to watch 5 minutes of a movie, I was like, now I watch 15 and then I reach for my phone. And there I go, reach for my phone. So now what I do is I'll do laundry as I'm watching the movie, because my hands are being used and I can still watch the movie. But it's just a little way for me to not depend so much on scrolling, because life is so pretty. There's so many things for us to do out there. For you to be stuck on your phone, like so many hours scrolling through there. And sometimes I know I need to scroll, because, I mean, at the end of the day, we do make content. So I do try to get inspo from out there, like what's trending, what's not, what audios. But the majority of my time, I find myself looking for something for inspo and not being inspired at all, right? Like, I'm just there scrolling. Nothing's like, out of the 2 hours that I scroll, let's say, maybe 5 things were worth it. Everything else is pura mierda, dicen los Puerto Ricans over here. So that's why whenever they said it was getting banned, I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like TikTok is It was big for business. It is big for business. A lot of people built their businesses on there. A lot of content creators built on there. And we're on there too. All our socials and everything. But I think one thing it taught everyone, as far as if you're in business or you're a content creator, is not to put all your eggs in one basket.
Which we already knew that.
You know, we already knew that. But for other people, for sure, like, don't depend on one thing. And we learned that early. Thank God.
Yeah,
You know?
so as far as like Guaris with TikTok, which is our business, we weren't shitting bricks at all.
Right.
It wasn't like, oh my God, the end of the world at all. We learned that not to put, I say, all your apples into one basket a long time ago. So because of that, we divide our
Diversify
business, with everything. And I feel like we're pretty good. They said they were gonna take it off for real.
Yeah, apparently we got 75 more days to appeal this and to sell it to another country. To sell it to the US, to a US company. But like always, they just extend. So ya no les creo ni madres, you know?
And even if they did, like I said, it wasn't the end of the world for me. What did get me mad is that, okay, there's other forms of entertainment. So whenever it shut down, I was like, whatever. I'll just go to Instagram. I get on Instagram, which for me, my rules were always pretty good. Like I get a lot of DIYs, a lot of cow stuff. A lot of like healthy recipes, workouts. And that's the type of things that I like to see. But when TikTok got banned for that night, all my reels were talking about were people crying that TikTok was over or people trying to show you how to grow on reels. But there was nothing that I want. Everything was that. And that's when I was like,
Yeah, I mean.
And I don't have no show on Netflix right now.
Yeah. Honestly,
leave me your favorite shows down below, please.
TikTok has become so good with the algorithm that it knows exactly what you want. So that's why it's such a drug. And I'm not saying it's a good thing or bad thing, but that's just what it is, you know? And I also caught myself like when the ban happened, I was like, dang, this sucks. Cause I was trying to research something and my research currently happens on TikTok. For anything, the research happens on TikTok and I see 50 videos and out of those 50 videos, I learn whatever I'm trying to learn. But previously to that, it was like YouTube, but now YouTube takes like a whole video to explain to it versus TikTok in 10 seconds or in 20 seconds, you already know what's going on. But yeah, it's just a part of adapting.
To search on shorts for your question that, you know?
Yeah.
Just wondering.
It's just a practice that I had, you know?
But yeah, guys, let me know down below how you guys felt. Because I know that some people were having a mini panic attack because I find it pretty funny. Everyone's different emotions and, you know. But that's it for today.
Yeah, that is it for today. I want to thank you guys for staying with us today. And it's not 100% Al 100 podcast because, as you guys know, we're still going through it. But just for you guys to come on here and spend this morning with us, I want to thank you guys. And that is it. That's it. Thanks for joining us on episode 119. And thank Lily Bay for being on here because she could have literally said, nah, I don't feel good. We'll do it next week. But thanks for being on here, babe.
I got you, babe. You know, I was down. I just didn't like how I was looking today, but it's fine.
You're beautiful. However it is, babe, you're beautiful.
All right, babe, stop making me blush.
All right, you guys. But let's close it out. We'll see you guys on the next one. And once again, I've said it 30 million times already, but thank you guys for all the support, all the love that you guys give us and give Lily Bay, give your boy Impromando, TCR Podcast, Guadi's brand.
Everything. Oh, my mini carnales merch. This has made me sad. This is going to be right?
Yeah.
It's technically the last little merch that I have with Chapo.
Which I was literally going to take down today because the orders have been very impressive. And I was like, you know what? Let's extend it a couple more days because the people on the podcast have no idea on it. And
it's my Valentine's Day drop, which I had already designed before we left to Mexico with the plans to release like around this time whenever we got back. But then we got back and we were held up and I didn't think it was going to happen because it wasn't even on my mind at all. I get to the warehouse and the girls had it there for me. I did a little TikTok. But yeah, like I said, if you guys want to check him out, we have it in pink and in red, and you can get it at lilybay.shop.
Yes.
My plan is, you don't know this, but all that whatever we make with that, I'm gonna buy Chapo his little whatever I can, like friend, not Chapo. I'm gonna buy Chalino, you know, his little friends, fix up his area. Like I'm gonna try to do as much as I can with that.
That's
But
amazing. But yeah, thank you guys for all the support, all the love.
And we'll see you guys on the next podcast.
Nos vemos.
Bye.
Thank you guys.